Welcome to Innervision FM. Let's see, I'll make sure everything's running fantastic. And I know I come on here and I don't tell you guys if I'm going to come on a Wednesday or Tuesday, but you'll catch up with it, and you'll make your comments later, or you'll join us right now, as some of you are at home under the decree of Emperor Polis and King Michael. Should it be King Michael Hancock, or should it be Emperor Michael Hancock? All right, since they have decreed themselves the supreme doers of this panic Pantera, or whatever they're calling it. So anyway, this is Innervision FM. We're Innervision TV as well. And let's see. I gotta let you know that Innervision is a nonprofit organization. The opinions on Innervision FM, Innervision TV are mine, because we do send the show over to channel 56, and we sometimes air the audio part on Spreaker or our TV show as well. So I want to let you know that straight up. Go to innervisionrecords.org, innervisionrecords.org. Find out how you can volunteer. And if you're looking at this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it. If you're on Facebook, same thing. And get the word out. Leave your comments at the bottom. I love your comments. You've been making some great comments. And also, you can go to innervisionfm.com or innervisionrecords.org and pre-order my autobiography, 6 Shades of Blindness. 6 Shades of Blindness, and you can pre-order it there or go straight to Amazon. But the best way is a direct link on Innervision FM. You can go there, and you can also make a donation to our nonprofit through PayPal.me/Innervision Denver. That's PayPal/me Innervision Denver. A donation of any amount to help out our nonprofit. Well, and I think is that all the commercials I have? we take car donations as well, and we're looking for more volunteers for DJs. We're working on training, and if you're blind, we got you covered. Our station is accessible to the blind community, and if you're sighted, we got you there. And you can also earn money. Unlike some stations, you can earn money at our non-profit radio station as a volunteer. Start out as volunteer, and then we'll show you ways of how you can earn money on Innervision FM, unlike a lot of other internet radio stations where you make no money. Well, anyway, but you may be putting on a quality production show with quality VJs, but you make no money. But anyway, that's a horse of a different color. Anyway, so the topic is, I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. I listen to the words of that song. It says, "Oh baby, I hate to go," and then you say, "Well, why are you going?" And I said, da 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 da. And then she says, "Let me kiss you for the last time." I said, "No, get out of here." I listened to a song and I said, yeah, and then usually they kiss you better than you ever been kissed within the relationship, And you say, where was that? Where did that come from? You wait until you're about to depart from the relationship to show me what you got. If you never heard that song, I'm leaving on a jet plane, listen to the words. And maybe it's just my mind, and I just, because I'm recording this on Spreaker, and I got my microphone right there. Maybe it's just my weird way of thinking about the song, because I listen to the lyrics and I say, wait a minute. Or maybe I just have too much time on my hand. So anyway, I started working at volunteering at KUHS Denver let's see, March of, I think it was either 2015, 2014, something like that, somewhere around there. But it's been a six-year run. I'm thinking, yeah, about a 6-year run. And we worked together because I was working with a vocational rehab, and I needed some equipment, and so Henry helped me out with getting some equipment so I can do my show at home, because his station is not accessible for the blind. And I wasn't too much up on coming in on Sundays anyway. I did when I was in California, I did like Monday through Saturdays, 6 days a week when I was in my 20s and all that kind of stuff. So I did those, and I did working at KGNU. Like it would be snowing, and I would go way up to the Boulder station. It doesn't matter if it was snowing or whatever. And got there about midnight. My show came on at 3 o'clock in the morning, and so I would set my alarm, get up, do my thing, and then catch the bus back. And then I had my partner Holly. We did that, and then we went to Denver Open Media, and then we did our live TV show. And on KBDI Channel 12, we would do the show. It took me 3 months to negotiate that deal with Kirby, who was the program director at the time, and and we did that show, and it came on about, I think it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm thinking like, man, who's gonna watch that show at 1:30 in the morning? But a lot of the bars, which I didn't know at the time because I'm blind, what do I know? They would have their TVs on. And this one lady, I guess she was in a band, and I had her on my show. She would have the TV on, and she would see and one day she's bartending, and it was a place I used to go to because I used to DJ there. And she says, well, Johnny, when are you going to have my band on the show? And I said, I didn't even know you had a band. And so I had her band, very good band, by the way. And then she was able to see herself on TV, statewide TV. But the one thing I liked about KGNU, even though it was 3 o'clock in the morning, we got phone calls. So we got feedback from people that are listening. One thing I liked about my Channel 12 shows, that Kirby would say, well, you're getting emails, let me forward these emails to you. And we got feedback from being on Channel 12. And we even got feedback from being on this public access channel, Channel 56. So I love, doing shows live like this, because we get feedback from the audience that come on. And, the audience, it's like 53, and sometimes it's more, sometimes it's lower. And I love the feedback I get on this. What I don't like is blowing smoke. What I mean by, I've been hearing from Henry Archuleta, and great guy. He did a lot of, brought a lot of like music to Denver. Archuleta, I think it was Archuleta Productions, which I didn't even know it was him until I listened to some of the conversations that he had with other people. Great innovator and all that kind of stuff. But he's 32,000 listeners, and he said, well, Johnny, because of your political beliefs, your show is, gets criticism. Well, let me see that. Is it your opinion, or is it the audience opinion? Where are the emails? What are the There were criticism of my show on KBDI 12. Kirby forwarded me the emails. In the 6 years I've been on KUHS Denver, no emails. I heard from Henry, great guy. But if the listeners are saying this, I love to hear it from the listeners. Right? I got thick skin. I've been in the business for many years. Right? And I kept putting emphasis. Well, I'm really not getting any feedback from this audience. You say 32,000 listeners. I'm not getting any feedback. And it's really, if I'm just doing shows just to fill up space on your station, I'm not down with that. And sometimes, I watch him and Sylvia, and I could see the listeners, people viewing stuff like that. It's like probably like 15, 20, people like that. I could see that. And I say, hey, they're getting some feedback. They can look at the screen, they can read, when they go on live, and fantastic. And you could see it. And because his station wasn't accessible, I couldn't go in and say, hey, we're getting listeners from France, we're getting listeners from Holland, we're getting listeners from Germany, we're getting listeners from Denver, Colorado. So I didn't have all that that kind of feedback. And as a performer, you love the feedback that you get from the audience. It gives you the energy. And I guess it just wasn't understood that by this VJ, I needed feedback from the audience. And like I said, great guy. Glad he put together this very innovative station, KUHS Denver. But this DJ, I need feedback. I loved DJing live because sometimes I do weddings, and I used to do a club. And my boss, Carol, at the Gold Nugget, it was a country disco where we played 80% country and then 20% down. And she would come up to me and say, Johnny, we love that you get the people on the dance floor, but I got to make some money. So play something bad every once in a while so they can go leave the dance floor and get something to drink. So I said, oh, okay, I can, I know how to play the hits just as much as I know how to play stuff that would get you off the floor. So I know the bar had to make money. I was making money, so everybody was happy, right? Love that about live. So I throw a song in there. I could hear the people like, oh man, I'm not. They leave and they go get the drink, and then I play about 2 songs, and then I say, boom, let's turn the heat up again. And I was very good at live DJing. Weddings, same thing, I didn't have a boss at the wedding. I was the boss, so I could decide, when to get the people up and when to get them down, whatever. So fantastic. We live performers, we need feedback. And so I don't know why at KUHS Denver I could never get any emails or any screenshots, or maybe that was just too much to ask for, and or maybe you did your stint. It's time to go. All right. I remember I was at the interactive radio station, ACB. I think it was ACB, the American Council for the Blind. ACB, the Americans, interactive radio. Now this is how I left that station. This is really why I got to tell you this story. I was working there and people were stealing my show, playing it on other stations, because I would go to other internet stations and I find my show running on their station. And I said, talk about intellectual theft, right? So I would find my show playing on somebody else's station, right? And I'm thinking like, well, how come they just didn't ask me? They just take my show over here, make a copy of it, record it, play it over there. So, and then it was like, I was getting like emails or requests and stuff like that. So it was like interactive. Love that kind of stuff. I'm live, I'm doing the technical stuff, getting requests, people, stuff like that. And then one of our DJs, I think she was from Holland or whatever. She was a musician and stuff like that. So I said, hey, well, my friend Wayne, he's a musician. Maybe he can help you collaborate with some music and all that kind of stuff. And so I turned around to my partner Wayne, and unfortunately, he was going through a divorce at the time, and his wife was his ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife, was kind of jealous, and she got wind that my partner Wayne was going with this, or he was talking to this lady, and she was gonna come from Holland to Denver. Well, she found out the girl's email, and she said, well, if you come to Denver, Wayne is a sex trafficker, and he's going to put you as a sex slave. And and you'll never see your family again because you'll be a sex slave here in Colorado. Bizarre. I'm thinking like, I just thought it would be nice. She's a musician, Wayne's a musician, hook them up and they can make beautiful music, right? Didn't know that evil ex-wife was gonna come into the picture. And so what happens was she becomes very afraid because she doesn't know. She's never been to America, and all this kind of stuff. And I guess she had bought her ticket and then she lost her money because when she got these emails and calls from Wayne's ex-wife, she got afraid and whatever. So then, because I introduced her to my partner and my partner's crazy wife went off, they come to me. And they say, Johnny, we have to let you go. But I said, wait a minute. It's not my fault that he has a crazy, jealous ex-wife. And so they did a whole show about ladies beware of internet, legally blind ladies, beware of internet dating because one of our DJs and I said, wait a minute, I'm innocent. Oh man. Okay, so sometimes that was like I think a 3-year stint or 2-year stint. Sometimes you're getting feedback, you're doing a fantastic job. People even like the Chinese, they are stealing your intellectual property, and then you go outside of your DJ job and you play matchmaker with musicians and you get canned. So even though KUHS Denver and we are departing, hey, no hard feelings on my part. I just needed feedback from the audience. If they hated I voted for Obama. I got bad feedback when I was voting for Obama. So getting bad feedback, hey, no big deal, to me, it happens. So, but I love getting that feedback as a performer. Now we're going to see who's watching, listening to the show so far. Now let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So we got a few people listening here, and then don't forget you're watching Innervision FM, and this is Johnny J talking about the reason why I'm leaving KUHS Denver, and we love you. And go to Innervision FM. Give us some feedback on that station, and we're getting feedback on that station. I love that. I love feedback. So we appreciate that. And Innervision is a nonprofit organization. We work with physically challenged musical artists to work to help them produce and not leave any money on the table. We teach the business of music, and we also are doing this radio station where we need more. We're working with about 3 DJs right now to get them on and up. And Alan Colvin, he's one of our visually impaired DJs. We are looking to finish hooking you up. So I know you just moved to the Springs, and so you're having some problems there. You're getting yourself acclimated and getting all tied in there. So we're still looking to work with you. Okay. So, okay, where was I? Okay, and another thing. Okay, and then I volunteer. I'm on the board of this other nonprofit called Combo, and I love Barb and Dave and all those guys. I mean, and what Barb does, and I don't know if it's females who just know how to put that special touch on things. But Barb died every year as the president. We have a Christmas dinner where the nonprofit, they pay for our food, and they have little gift bags and stuff like that, and they don't pay for our drinks, because sometimes these people are some drinkers, right? Some musicians who are some drinkers, right? So, but it's just nice that they show their appreciation for our work for the nonprofit by having a Christmas dinner and a get together, and we could just sit around and socialize together and so forth, and then sometimes monthly we have meetings where we go to like the Irish pub, and at that time we buy our own dinners and drinks or whatever, but it's just a matter of like we're hearing a special speaker and stuff like that. And so it was just special when we got together. Now I know KHU. Now I forget that. KH. What? I forgot the name of the station. Okay, well, the other station. Okay. Is it older? Am I? Oh well. Anyway. Oh well. Anyway. Henry would have these get together where he would bring in like these bands, and I know Sylvia, because she's pretty famous because she's a model and all that kind of stuff. So she's like our biggest celebrity, and then we did have this other Hispanic lady. She was on the oldies station, old hip hop station, and she was on there for a while. So those are the two big stars female big stars that we had on the station that brought like listeners. I know they have listeners, and they brought listeners, and so I know they would have get-togethers for that. But I don't know if Henry ever had a Christmas party, or I know we did an event where we had a booth, and whenever I do a booth with my nonprofit, I always make sure that I feed the volunteers, because I said, hey, they're volunteering their time, so I always make sure I feed the volunteers. Now maybe to some people that's not a big thing, but I just think that if people volunteer and do stuff for you, you should show your appreciation, right? And so maybe at these events, because I never was able to go to these events for whatever reason. Maybe there was some perks there that I didn't know. And I love Mexican music, and I love country music and all that kind of stuff. And so it wasn't matter that I didn't like the style of music. I probably should have went to see how that went. But I appreciate Combo and what Barb does with that organization as president, and what Annette does as the vice president, and just a great overall. Now I did work for an organization called Maryland Hickey Ministry, and this is a worldwide organization. They used to have a church called Happy Church, and then they changed the name to Orchard Road. And so I was working on their prayer line, and Marilyn and Wally before he died, he was the pastor. Once again, I enjoyed this concept. Once a year, she would get her staff of 300, and since it was a worldwide, I don't know if maybe it was even a statewide. If they still would have did that, because I mean, working on the prayer line, you do a prayer for these people, and then you get their donation, and then sometimes people will be dropping $1,000, sometimes $200, sometimes $10, and people were just dropping some serious money, right? And so once a year, Wally and Marilyn Hickey would have a Christmas dinner, and they would feed. Well, we weren't drinking, right? So they would pick up the whole tab. And they'll come in and say, hey, pray over the dinner, over the Christmas dinner, and tell us how much they appreciate it. And we were paid staff, we were paid volunteers. That's another thing, if at all, if you have a nonprofit organization, try to get your volunteers in position I mean, I know they're doing it out of the goodness of the heart, but you have to see if you can pay the key people. And I found a way I can pay, like after they volunteered, brought their audience over, I want to reward them. And so when Marilyn and Wally would show their appreciation for us working on their prayer line, and we were getting paid, to work on their prayer line, and it was quite easy job taking in the prayer requests. The toughest part about it was heart-wrenching, these stories that some of these people would tell. And I heard about stories about wives of pastors, and they said, well, he's one way here in the house, and then when he leaves, he's another person, right? And it's like, and I said, wow, just heard stuff. And then you would get the crazy people. And sometimes, they'll be yelling at you on the phone, and the supervisor would come over, and she'll pick up the thing, and they'll say, because they know the people who are crazy, right? I said, you can't be yelling at our phone people like this, and we weren't allowed to say, hey, F you, it's a Christian organization, so we couldn't be saying all this stuff anyway. We get fired right away. So, but you just had to take it. So, but that one you definitely got feedback, right? You got feedback, and I keep going back to that feedback. Right, you got feedback from the supervisor, you got feedback from the person on the line, after you prayed for them and comfort them and all that kind of stuff. So it was just another extension of doing broadcasting, but in a different way. And in this case, getting paid good money for it. So, like I said, no hard feelings. Moving on. Working more on my station, and then maybe a few some like KUVO 92.9 on the FM dial Sundays from 10 to 11 as well. Working doing some stuff on there, and stuff on our Spreaker and stuff. Our website. You can always. It's like in the old days when a DJ would leave a station, they would just disappear. But now with social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You could follow us DJs to our next gig, and so mine is InnervisionFM.com, and just working that, and much success to Henry and his station, and hopefully one day he'll be able to pay his announcers. I mean this is big, to generate enough money where you can pay the people that are really supplying you with the content that you have. And I believe in paying people. Like my business, and I get them royalties. So Innervision takes 20% because I show them how to do the paperwork, and I get them royalties. And it's nice that when I find a musician that's teachable. I had this one guy. I mean, he was making like some good money, and I said, man, look how much money you're making with just 4 songs. Write me some new songs, and you can keep it at this level. And then it went down to like he's only making $38 now. I mean, he was making crazy money, royalties, and after a while, and he just wasn't teachable. Man, I wish he was teachable because they loved his music, But he was just lazy. He just wanted to do cover songs and go make his the $450 at the club. And then when I would get him gigs downtown, of course he would make he would make more than that, the $450. We upped it quite a bit, and of course I took a bigger cut because I'm getting him gigs downtown. But anyway, that's it. Go to our website, Innervision FM. Click on the pre-order of the book, 6 Shades of Blindness. 6 Shades of Blindness. This is my autobiography that I'm being putting out there. I already got another publisher that wants to put it out there, but I think I'm gonna stick with Kindle unless they got a good deal. And what else? InnervisionRecords.org is a nonprofit. PayPal.me/Innervision Denver as well. And let's see. God bless you, and we will catch you later here on Innervision TV with Johnny J.